Behind me is Blue Mosque in Istanbul, and you will see it's a very, very popular place, and deservedly so. Visited by many, many tourists and believers alike. So let's go in, let's have a look. The mosque is about 400 years old, and it's one of the highlights of any visit to Istanbul, I believe. Just look at it. So I believe this is the main entrance, but there are several other entrances. But no matter which way you go, you will get there. Across the street or the square or plaza, whatever you call it, is Hagia Sophia. Nowadays also a mosque again, and I will talk about it later. Also very old and magnificent building, and that will be something that we will explore a little bit later. Right now let's go to the Blue Mosque.
Hi.
Hi.
It's closed now inside.
So I was just informed that since there is a prayer going on, it is closed, the prayer hall is closed to the visitors for about 20 minutes. So after the prayer is over, we'll go in. So there was a sign saying information office, and this is where it ended up. And the closest thing here is tourism police, but I kind of think I don't need to talk to the police. So since it's temporarily closed for the next 20 minutes, I'll just go in and walk around in the courtyard or in the garden. This looks like the main entrance, and people here can wash their feet before they go in and pray. I guess all those folks are waiting for the prayer hall to be open to the tourists. And here I see the sign, the mosque is closed to the visitors in time of congregational prayers, and they have a timetable there or schedule. Where do I leave my shoes?
Red carpet. Take the shoes in.
Oh, thank you.
One of the most famous monuments in Turkey and one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. It is also one of the most important works in Ottoman history. Sultan Ahmed I initiated the construction of the mosque in 1609, and construction finished in 1616. Unfortunately, Sultan Ahmed only had a short while to pray inside of his mosque, as he died a few short months after it opened. So, why is it called the Blue Mosque? Well, this is because of its stunning interior, which is lined with over 20,000 handmade tiles. The tiles in Blue Mosque are blue or bluish in color. The upper levels of the mosque are also painted blue. This is why it's called the Blue Mosque. And if you are wondering, those blue tiles feature more than 50 different tulip designs. Yes, tulip designs. Other motifs include cypress trees, roses and fruit, which evoke visions of a beautiful paradise. So, what do tulips symbolize in Islam? Well, there is a reason or two. One is that it was the flower of God, because the letters used in the Ottoman word for tulip are the letters used to write the name of God. And the other one is that the tulip also represented the virtue of modesty before God, because when in full bloom, it bows its head. Well, maybe a little bit after the bloom, but we get the point, I think, don't we?
Muslim prayer area, and I'm not allowed to go in. I do see a lot of people taking pictures, making videos, but who knows? They are supposed to be Muslim. And I don't want to take a chance to go there and being questioned if I'm Muslim or not, because obviously I'm not. No one's wearing shoes, barefoot or socks. I will not be exiting here. My shoes are on the opposite side. And this is Muslim praying area for ladies on the right. There are never ever any paintings or mosaics of people or figures or animals actually in any mosque. It just against the teachings of Islamic faith, I think. And the people are still streaming in and will be all day, I guess. Folks from Korea visiting. Hi, how are you doing? Here is a nice example of the decorations, the blue tiles here. Huh? My shoes are still here, that's a good sign. Here is a little bottleneck. People are putting shoes back on.
After the plastic carpet, shoes outside.
So now, since we visited the Blue Mosque, we will go in this direction, Hagia Sophia. And if I look at the signs, so it's in Turkish, English, maybe French and Russian. So, and several times I saw the signs also in German. So that basically tells you there's the breakdown of the visitors to Istanbul. English-speaking folks, Russians, French, German, mostly.
The Sultan Ahmed Mosque, the Blue Mosque, has 260 stained glass windows, one large dome, and 8 smaller domes, and 6 minarets. It is the only mosque in Istanbul that has 6 minarets. When it was first built, this provoked hostility, the reason being that at that time Mecca was the only temple with 6 minarets, or in Mecca. Therefore, many in the Muslim community saw it as disrespectful. To make amends, Sultan Ahmed financed a 7th minaret for the mosque in Mecca. And in case you are asking, a minaret is a tall tower attached or adjacent to a mosque. It is designed so the call to prayer issued from mosques 5 times a day can be heard loud and clear throughout a town or a city. And it is, I can tell you that. And yes, you can count them, all 6 minarets are still there. Despite being Istanbul's #1 tourist attraction, it draws about 5 million visitors annually. The Blue Mosque is still a working mosque. It is open every day of the year, but closes during prayer time, as we have witnessed when I came today. So, I think this will be it for today. I hope you liked the video. I will make a separate video about Hagia Sophia in front of us. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.